So program to find the factorial of a number using for loop, right? So if you want to find out the factorial for 4, then what is your 4 factorial? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. What will be the value? 4 3s are 12, 12 into 2, 24, right? So you will be having the value as 24. Similarly, what will be 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. 3 2s are 6, 6 into 1, 6, right? Similarly, what will be your 5 factorial? You know that 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 120. And you also know that the factorial for 0 factorial is given by 1, right? So now you have to enter a number and you have to find out the factorial for that corresponding number. That is a program which you are going to write. Okay, so let's start the program. Hash include stdio.h, you know that standard input output header file, so that you can include the printf and scanf statement, input and output statement directly to the program. Okay, int main, which signifies the start of the program. Okay, now what is the meaning of this line? Int fact is you are taking two variables. First variable is equal to fact and the second variable is equal to num. So fact is initialized to what value? It is initialized to 1, value 1. So 1 will be assigned to fact, and num is also declared. So both your fact and num variables is of what data type? It is of the data type integer. Okay. Now you have to enter a number, right? Suppose if you want to find out the factorial for 3, then you can enter 3. If you want to find out the factorial for 5, then you can enter 5. So what are the two statement in the runtime? If you want to get the number, what are the two functions you have to use? One is your printf and the other one is your scanf. So printf double quotes /n, which indicates a new line, enter the number. Okay. So scanf, that corresponding number whatever you have entered, suppose if I have entered 3, that is of an integer type, right? Integer type, that's why you are using %d, and this will be stored in your num, right? Location num, ampersand num. So whatever number you have stored, that will be entered into your location num. Now the num will be storing the value which you have entered. Okay. Now, so you know that if the number which you are entering is 0, means the factorial will be directly 1, right? So you are going to use an if else statement. So if num equal to 0, so what is the difference between your single equal to and double equal to? I have told you. So single equal to means it is an assignment operator, whereas equal to in max num is equal to, it has the meaning of equal to. If it is equal to 0, means you have to use in C programming to equal to, right? So if num equal to 0, you know that what will be the value for your fact is equal to 1, right? So it will discard all these statements and it will directly come out and it will be printing printf factorial of %d is %d. What are the first %d will be replaced by num and the second %d will be replaced by fact. Means factorial of num is currently, if it is 0, if num is equal to 0, right? So factorial of 0 is, what is the value of fact? Fact is equal to 1. So you will be getting in the output factorial of 0 is 1. Okay. Else, if the number what you have entered is not 0, if you other than 0, if you are entering any number, else statements will be executed. Else, open the curly braces and the statements inside the statement block will be executed. So you are going to include a for loop, right? For int I is equal to 1. So what is your syntax here? You have initialization, then condition, and then your updation, right? Initialization. Since we have not declared I integer in the top, that's the reason why you are including here the data type. Okay. For int I is equal to 1. So I is initialized now to 1. I less than or equal to num. Okay. Whatever number you are entering. Semicolon I plus plus. Now fact is equal to fact into I. So suppose let us take the first condition. if the number I have entered is equal to 3, let me consider the number entered is equal to 3. Now you are going to find out the factorial for 3. So it is not equal to 0. So this will be false, right? So it enters into else loop, right? Else for int I is equal to 1. Now in the memory, I will be having the value is equal to 1. Whether now after initializing, it will check the condition whether 1 is less than or equal to what is the value for current value for num. I have entered it as 3. So it will check the condition whether 1 is less than or equal to 3. Yes, it is true. Then it enters the statement block. So you can ask a reason why there is no curly braces. In fact, I think you know the reason now, because there is a single statement. That is the reason why you have not included inside the for loop, why you have not included the curly braces. Okay. So if the condition is true, then it will enter into the loop and it will execute the statement. What is the statement? Fact is equal to fact into I. What is your fact? Fact is initialized to the value as 1, right? So 1 into what is the current value for I? 1, right? So now the value will be equal to 1. Fact will be equal to 1. After doing the statement, it will increment the value for I. Now what is the value for I? I plus 1. So 1 plus 1, the I will become 2 for the second condition, right? That means second updation. Now again it will check the condition whether 2 is less than or equal to 3, right? So what is a, yes, the condition is true. Again it comes and executes the statement. So fact is already equal to 1, right? So 1 into what is the current value for I? It is equal to 2. So what will be the value now? 2, right? So 2 again, it after 2 is assigned to the fact, it will do the increment. Next case, the I will become 3. Now it checks the condition 3, whether 3 is less than or equal to 3. Yes, it is true, right? Again it executes the statement. So the current value for factorial is 2. 2 into I. Now the I is equal to 3. Now 3 into 2, it is equal to 6. After assigning the 6 value to the fact, now the current value for the fact is equal to 6, right? It again increments the I value. Now from the value 3, it goes to 4. Now after incrementing, it checks the condition whether 4 is less than or equal to 3. Whether it is less than, no, the condition is false. If the condition is false, it comes out of the loop, right? It comes out of the loop and it executes the sequential next statement. So what is the statement? Printf slash n factorial slash n, it takes a new line. Factorial of percentage d is percentage d comma num comma fact. So this percentage first integer value will be replaced by num and the second integer value will be replaced by fact. What is the current value for fact now? 6, right? So in the output window, you will be having factorial of 3 is, what is the fact value? 6. So you will be getting factorial of 3 is 6. Return 0, which will indicate the end of the program. So here this is the output window after I have executed. The number which I have entered is 5. So this process, this loop will carry on till 5 times, right? I less than or equal to 5. So factorial of 5, the answer is 120. You have got the answer. Okay.